of tech and how we can actually use it to empower ourselves, to empower our children. And, knowledge is power, really. And I think if you have awareness is power again. So keeping children safe online, we do know that that is an absolute crucial concern for us parents, educators, and of course, caregivers as well in today's digital age. The internet offers a wealth of opportunities for learning, socializing, and entertainment, but at the same time, it also does present risks such as what? Cyberbullying, exposure to inappropriate content, and online predators. Now, to help navigate these challenges, the REST, right, that's the acronym, the REST strategy provides a structured approach for safeguarding children online by focusing on rules, education, supervision, and technology. And that's your REST. Assalamu alaikum, Maulana Bilal. Welcome back to Urban Women.
Wa alaikum salam. And once again, Jazakallah for having me on your show.
Barakallah. So listeners, do join us. We are actually streaming live now on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop us your questions or WhatsApp us your questions. Maulana Bilal will be more than happy to answer them. Now, let's jump straight into it. Tell us more about this REST strategy. Why is it important that we as parents actually learn about it, adopt it, implement it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we've spoken over the past few weeks, there is a lot of concern, and this is not just Muslim parents I'm talking about, this is parents across the board. There is a lot of concern about kids getting lost to technology, anything from just overusing technology to using technology for bad things. There's a lot of bad content over there, a lot of bad things they can see and do on social media. So the question is, what do we do? And the best answer is that rather than going to extremes and completely cutting them off from technology, because that's not a good practice. Because what will happen, and this has been in my experience, that if kids are not getting the tech at home, they're getting it somewhere. It's
correct.
They've got this hashtag FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. They don't want to be left out. So, by cutting them off altogether, we're going through extremes. We're going to an extreme here, and extreme behavior doesn't give positive results. And so they're going to get it in an unsupervised. And I'm talking from my own experience with my kids. On the other hand, giving them too much of freedom is also a bad thing. And so parents said, well, okay, what can we do then? Where do we draw the balance? So I came up with this REST framework, REST, that is derived from my own experience. The first one is, when you are giving a child technology, whether it's a phone or a tablet PC or internet access or a laptop, lay down the rules. I'm parent, you are child, I make the rules, you obey the rules. There's a lot of parents who come back to me and says, well, I'm scared because the kids get aggravated and they throw tantrums. So then my immediate question is, then, have you just abdicated your responsibilities as a parent? That's a very unhealthy situation that's prevailing in your home. You've basically given up to your kids. No, you need to take control back. If you've lost control, you need to take it back. It's going to create some unpleasantness initially, but eventually they will fall back into line. So that's the first thing. And what I've done is I actually recommend to parents, put it down in writing, come up with an agreement and stick it on the fridge, that here's the agreement, the technology responsible usage agreement, signed by parents, signed by child. So there's no dispute later on. See, you agreed to this, that from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every day, only after your homework and chores are done, you're going to use this. Now, for those that want an agreement, I've actually prepared one and I've put it on the IT Varsity website. If you go to the homepage, on the top menu, you'll see you can download it, tweak
Wonderful.
it, sign it. Yeah, it's basically a parent-child tech usage agreement, hours, conditions, your power as a parent. Lay down that rule, first of all. The second one, educate. Educate yourself, first and foremost, and educate your children. Do not give me that excuse that I'm not very clued up with tech, and my children are more proficient at it than I am. Learn. In fact, ask them to teach you. There's such a good opportunity, bonding opportunity parent and child doing something together with technology. Kids love tech, we love tech, right? Let's face that. So learn together, but also as a parent, do your independent learning. Get familiar with all the concepts, like what's going on in social media, what's trending, what's artificial intelligence. It'll not only be good for you as a parent, it'll be good for you in your career, business, whatever, in any aspect of life. The S stands for safeguards, or as you said, supervision. Now, no technology must be handed to a child without some kind of supervision or safeguards. And safeguards could be just something like where you will use the technology in front of me or in a public place in the house, like the dining room, where there's no secrecy going on. But it can also be digital safeguards. So you get apps that can monitor children's activities online and give feedback to the parent and even restrict them from going to certain sites, flag certain types of content, learn about those, implement those. And finally, the T. The T for me has proven the most important, right? Which is trust. Because look, our children are not always under our noses. They go to
Correct.
school, they have social gatherings, they're going out, they are out there, and they're going to be exposed to technology and sometimes not very good parts of technology. There's going to be peer pressure. Build up a level of trust where the child will never do something that will displease the parent. And the only way to do that is to build up a strong relationship with the child. If you ask me, if you leave everything else and you just focus on the T, the trust, that's the most important thing. Parent-child trust must be built up. The child mustn't see you as an antagonist. The child must see you as a friend, a confidant, someone they can trust. And if they come home one day and say, look, Mom, I saw something unpleasant on my friend's device, what to do? Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Instead, be happy that your child confided in you and said,
Correct.
look, I did this. They didn't do it behind your back. So I think that REST framework, again, rules, lay down the rules. Second, educate yourself and your children, what's good, what's not good, what you can use. S, safeguards, and T, build trust. I think you'll be well on your way to a very wholesome technology experience.
It's so wonderful when we are able to connect with somebody that is speaking from their own personal perspective. It's not just bookwork knowledge, and I can feel that energy coming through because you're speaking from a real point of authenticity. And I think many of us can actually work very nicely with this strategy and signing that whole document. I mean, it makes things much more serious and to know that, there's going to be accountability, there's responsibility, like with anything else, if you're going to take any other contract out. So Jazakallah khair for that. And I think trust is so important, and it also makes us reflect as parents. How are we? What is our role in our children's lives? Are they afraid of us? Do they see us as a policeman, so to say, where they want to run the opposite way? Or we their comfort, where they can share everything? And of course, we can give them the best guidance, rather us than outsiders who we don't know what agenda they may have. A message says, Assalamu alaikum, Jazakallah khair for this lovely program. Love what the speaker is talking about. Is this program available on podcast? Please share the speaker's details. Maulana Bilal Kathrada, you can share more of your information. But yes, this is available. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. You can simply go and search for the video. It's all available there for you. As we wrap up, please share with us your details.
Yeah, okay. Viewers, listeners, you can contact me by dropping me an email. I think that's the best way. Bilal, Bilal, at itvarsity.org. Bilal at itvarsity.org. I'll forward it to your producer, and please feel free to share it with people. I'll also send the link to the agreement. Please share it with your listeners. I'll be more than glad for people to download it and use it.
That's wonderful. That's the first time I heard about that with parent and child. But Jazakallah khair for that. We always love learning, and you do provide us with wonderful information. Do have yourself a lovely day further. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
And that was Mulana Bilal Kathrada chatting with us about so important about AI and the RES strategy. So remember, rules are very important. Education is important. Safeguards is important. And most importantly, it's trust. So here's a structured approach to how you can actually help to manage your children's usage, because at the end of the day, they're going to use the phone. They're going to use technology. It's like, don't have sweets, but hey, they're going to go to the neighbor's house and they're going to have those sweets. So let's do it in a wise way, in a proactive way, and where there's trust. Time for a break. When we get back, we'll be catching up with the Al Ansar shop. Stay tuned. Urban Woman, sponsored by Vada Gold Gem Jewelers.